Peace and blessings, family. Listen, you're not supposed to know this, I know, but there's a way for you to legally avoid filing, reporting, and paying taxes. A way to protect your assets that's better than any LLC or S Corp, and a way to grow your wealth exponentially, ridiculously fast, right? And this is all outside of the system that was built to actually take it from you. See, most higher earners, that's six, seven, and eight figure earners, have never actually even heard of this, right? So your CPA probably hasn't heard of it either. And not because what I'm about to share with you is illegal or unethical, it's not, but it's because they were never trained to see it. And so the ones that do know about this, they're all legally bound to keep it from you, to keep it quiet and hidden. So they can't tell you about it. And what I'm about to share with you is actually real. It's real life. It's personal. It happened to me. And it changed everything for me, even recently. So, this is a part of my story. This is what I have experienced. And once you hear it, you'll understand exactly why I no longer operate in the public financial system like I used to, and why you don't have to either. So, here's the deal. I have a really close friend. He's very dear to my heart. We've been friends for quite some time. He's actually a little bit older than me. He was friends with my father. They went to school together, and he worked for the IRS for over 30 years. But he was not just a compliance officer. He wasn't in an office building doing paperwork. He was actually part of the criminal investigations unit. So this was the guy that they sent in when the government was getting ready to file charges, like big charges on fraud, tax evasion, all of that. He built cases that landed people in court and sometimes even in prison. So naturally, over the years, we talk and we trusted each other. Like I said, he was a very close friend of my father's, and I'd share with him the things that I was studying and the stuff that I had been kind of piecing together over time, like private contracts, trust law, ecclesiastical structures, and the IRS code in dealing with private issues, and how to legally operate outside of the public system and eliminate tax liability completely. And so now I need you to understand something clearly here. I wasn't trying to prove anything to him. I was just walking in the truth that I had found and discovered. And we talked about it because he was an expert at taxes, right? And I figured if anyone could actually give me a clear rebuttal and argue what I was talking about, it would be him. But every time I brought up this subject and brought something up about this, he'd pause, he'd stop and think a little bit, kind of make a face and say, "Yeah, I'm not going to say that you're wrong." He said, "I'm not going to say that this is illegal, but I can't touch it. I have to actually stay far away from it." We were trained to stay away from that type of stuff and that part of the code. So I'm not even allowed to talk about it. It's actually a conflict of interest. I could lose my certification. In fact, he was an enrolled agent for many years. Now, fast forward, he retires. He's now stepping away from the IRS. He's no longer an enrolled agent. He sometimes supervises for TurboTax and other tax preparers, but he's stepping away from that public structure and away from that pressure. And so a few months ago, we got to talking, and I could hear it in his voice. He was both curious and kind of blown away about it. And he says to me, he says, "You remember that thing that you were talking about, the section in the IRS code that you kept talking about, referencing?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I started reading through it because I wanted to see what you were talking about. I started looking into it." He said, "And I'm actually blown away. I'm stunned because it's actually there. Like it's real." And we were never taught this stuff. In fact, we were told never to go anywhere near it. But it's exactly the way that you explained it. And everything that you told me said is actually true. So I'm digging into this. I'm looking into this. And I can't believe that this is right here. And you were right the whole time. And that's when it really it really hit home for me. I really knew that I was doing the right thing. Not just that the strategy worked, because even that I had already helped over 1,200 people do this already and set up these type of structures. But that most professionals don't even know what game they're playing inside of. They're playing chess without half of the board or without half of the pieces. Imagine trying to play chess with no pawns. Because here's the thing, the system that they work inside was never designed to give them the whole truth. And that's not a conspiracy theory. That's by design. So the system isn't broken because it actually works perfectly. It just doesn't work for you. You were never meant to know how it really works. And so I want to encourage you today because you don't need to be afraid. This is actually something that is real. You don't need to keep grinding in a system that was never meant to give you real financial freedom. You just need to learn how to step outside of it, right? Legally, confidently, and privately. And that's what I do. That's exactly what I teach. So there are no loopholes here. There's no tricks. There's no gimmicks. This is everything that's by the book. It's the law. It's legal. It's 100% ethical, and it's a private structure. And this is the kind that not even a 30-year IRS agent could argue with. He just couldn't argue. And so if this is something that speaks to you, if it resonates with you, I put together a free training that walks through the exact model that I showed him. There's no email required, so you don't have to opt in. There's no fluff. It's just clarity. The link is below in the description. And once you see it, I promise you, you'll never see this system the same way again.